Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to be installing Python, Python pip, virtual environment, Flask, and a couple NLTK packages and a Twilio package. I'm pretty sure this is all that we will need, but I mean, uh, this is basically just to show you how to install packages with pip, so in your own projects you guys will know how to do it. So let's go ahead and run a command. When you're in Ubuntu, a very popular command to run to install software that's not like nothing too big like Sublime Text is apt-get install. So what we're going to do is we're going to install Python pip. We're going to type in sudo, which is super user, apt-get install. So this program apt-get is a way for us to use is a command to install stuff or uninstall rather, but we're going to pass the install flag, the install command. So it's going to say super user is going to install Python/pip. This is the name of the software that you're going to install. If you hit enter, you'll have to type in your password because you're doing a super user, and then it should say it should tell you like how big the program is and ask you whether or not you want to install it or not. Go ahead and hit Y and then yes, or for yes, and then hit enter. And then let this kind of go through its stuff. Pip, Python pip, is a way to install Python packages very easy. Pip makes everything, like installing a Python package, super easy, to the point where you just type in pip install package name. It's very helpful. I always use it, and actually most developers who develop in Python use it as well. I don't know of any developers that don't. So it's a good tool to have. Necessary tool, rather. And it looks like it's finishing up here pretty quick. Awesome. So now what we're going to do is we're going to install virtual environment, which is a Python package that allows you to basically create a virtual version of Python, and it doesn't interfere with your global version of Python, so you can have multiple projects that have like complex configurations but don't mess with each other, and that becomes more clear when you start like running stuff like matplotlib or Anaconda packages or stuff like that. So go ahead and type in pip install virtual env. It's collecting that Python package. It downloaded it, as you can see, collecting packages, virtual environment, successfully installed virtual environment. It should be done. There we go. Cool. So now what we're going to do is we're going to initialize our virtual environment so that whenever we install more Python packages, it will only be for our Twilio app. I'll show you what I mean in a second. So let's go ahead and start initializing our virtual environment. And to do this, it's very simple. We're going to type in virtual env and then the name of the file that you want to save your virtual environment in. Most people usually do env for virtual environment. And then let this run its stuff. What this is going to allow us to do is we're going to be able to go inside of this virtual environment, and then we're going to start installing some other packages as well. And I'll show you how to go into a virtual environment and how to go out of a virtual environment. While this oh, there we go. Okay, so in order to activate your virtual environment, you want to type in source, and then you want to go into, like I'm already in my folder, Twilio app. You want to go into the virtual environment folder that you just created. You want to go into bin, and you want to type in activate. I'm using tab completion, by the way. So if you type in AC and then you hit tab, it should fill out the name for you automatically. Go ahead and hit enter. What this will do is you'll notice that there's a little parenthesis v and v right here. That means I'm inside of my virtual environment, and everything that I install in here is going to be strictly in my virtual environment. If I want to leave that virtual environment, all I have to do is type deactivate, and now I'm back into my global packages. To go back in, again, type in source v and v bin activate. Alrighty, so now what we're able to do is install packages for Python without messing up our global install of Python. The packages that we will need is pip install Flask. Flask is a Python package that we're going to be using to create a web service. It's how Twilio is going to contact our code, give us the text message that somebody sent to us, and how we're going to send it back. Okay, so now that that's installed, we're going to install pip install Twilio. As you can imagine, this is Twilio's SDK for Python. That's how we're going to interface with the text message, decode the message, send the message back, etc. Then we are going to do pip install NLTK. NLTK stands for Natural Language Toolkit. This is a very important package. I could spend 10 videos telling you guys exactly what it is. I highly recommend that you guys look it up, but essentially it allows us to take text and try to make sense of it. So like a book. You take a book and NLTK could go through it and find the verbs inside of that book, or try to run sentiment analysis to tell if like comments on YouTube videos are nice or mean. There's a whole bunch of really cool stuff. I'm not doing its justice because I'm trying to go fast so that we can get the environment set up. I highly recommend you look up what NLTK is, and maybe I'll make a little brief introduction video with like some graphics to show you guys what it is to try to do it some more justice. But it is a very important package. I cannot describe how important that is. The next Python package that we are going to install is pip install text blob. This is something for NLTK. Text blob is basically a way to get a whole bunch of training data for our sentiment analysis model that we're going to be making. I'll go into more detail about exactly what we need or why we need it in a later video. And then that, I think, pretty much does it. I think that's all of the packages that we needed for our development process, at least for right now. And in the next video, we're actually going to be opening up Sublime Text and creating our Flask API file and setting up our code. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.